So I'm completely dreading this video. I'm going to be working on my exhaust in my car today and replacing it. And it's really, really, really cold. The garage isn't insulated. I have a really small propane heater. Hopefully that'll do the job. I should really have my car backed in, but it's going to warm the exhaust up. Probably shouldn't touch it when it's hot, but it's really cold, so I don't think it'll matter. I think I'm going to back my car in right after I light this heater. Well, I mean, I did it. Could have been better, but I did it. Kind of. Now that I have my heater on, and it's finally going to be a little bit warm in here, it's time to see if that jack that I bought works and put the car in stands. I'll probably only need to back up, to be honest, so I guess we'll just put the back up for now. See how that works. So I've got it in the air quite a bit. It's pretty sketchy, but I'm actually pretty surprised with this jack. I would not trust this alone. The handle is kind of bad, but it's only 50 bucks. I seriously wouldn't trust this alone. Like, I'm surprised it's doing this much. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the jack stands under here now, and probably jack up the front end too, because I think the Y pipe is like somewhere in here. I'm gonna have to get to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the jack stands in there now. Okay, I've got the car on stands. Now I just have to let it down and hope this goes well. So I got it on jack stands. I always feel sketchy doing this because I got these rubber things under it that go into the jack points, which aren't meant for jack stands, so you adapt them to these so you don't crush them. Always super sketchy, but it looks alright. Doesn't look too bad. They're on the lowest level, so they should be the strongest. And even if those rubber things do slip off, the jack stand is still there, so it should be alright. That side's good too. First, I'm going to let it down. Those things popped out because this thing doesn't do its job. When this goes up, it's supposed to push this forward, I believe, and this thing goes up all the way. So it's not in the same area, but it's just bringing the car. So I got to figure out how to not make that happen and figure out how to use that. These wheels are so dirty. I really need to get new wheels. These were absolutely awful when I got them. Like, they're curb rashed so much here, and just there's a chip in one of them. It's really bad. But anyway, the car's up. I'm feeling really, I hate getting under my car and just jack stands, but it'll be fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do now. Just get under there. I don't think you guys can even see much if I put you under there. So I'm just gonna see what points of the exhaust I can get off. And the only thing I have right now is the Y pipe. This is a really cheap exhaust. I just wanted to get a replacement for the other one because it has an exhaust leak. So that's the first part I have in, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get it off because I have the rest of the parts coming in tomorrow. So I went to take the first bolt off of the exhaust, and it looks like this. So I think I have a solution to that. There we go, you guys can see it now. Yep, so this is what was rusted over there, so I just cut that off right there. Don't know how to get the exhaust off, but I guess I can go somewhere else now if I want. I meant muffler, not exhaust. So I got the exhaust off with a little bit of forcefulness, I guess, because that wasn't supposed to come out. I think this is the heat shield, and I guess just from time, those got really big. So what I think I'm going to do is find some big washers, put that back on with that. I have no idea. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. These rubber things, I think they're supposed to stay, so I had to just cut these off because I couldn't get them out. It worked. Not the prettiest, probably not the best, but it worked, kind of. There, I just cut that one off like I did the rest. And now we're onto the Y pipe. For some reason, these outer bolts are 12 millimeter and the inner bolts are 13, which I just found out. And I broke these loose with the breaker bar, and everything is pretty rusted under here. The heat shield for the cats was actually completely like loose, I think. And you can see up here it's separated, it's just so rusted. So when I had it at a shop, they went ahead and fixed that and just put these clamps on there. So that fixed that, and it was like flapping, and I think one part of it actually broke off that was flapping. I think these are my O2 sensors. I have no idea. Yeah, so here's the Y pipe. I should be able to get these two bolts off and then just slide the Y pipe, lay it down and slide it forward, and then the resonator should drop over the, I don't even know what that is. should drop over that, and then I should be able to pull this whole thing out. So here's the Y pipe that I got out of there. Here's the muffler, and there's the resonator. I cut more of it off. It seriously doesn't even look like there's like a leak in any of the stuff, but I mean, I get that it's really hard to find, and there definitely is a leak because it's super loud, and it's like 15 years old, so I understand that it doesn't look like it, but it just still hurts. Like spending this much money on something and then it doesn't even look that much different. I don't think you guys can see, but there's no exhaust down there. Everything's done, everything's off. Now I just have to wait for the rest of the parts to come in. I have a Y pipe, but that's pretty much it. That's all I have. I'm gonna wait until everything else comes in. I'm actually gonna get this off the stands and reposition it because I have no room over here and so much room over here. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna wrap it up and wait until tomorrow until I get the parts. Here are the blades that I used when cutting this. I don't even know how this happens. I honestly don't know. Finally got it in. It looks a lot smaller than the OEM exhaust that was on here. And the resonator is also a lot smaller than the OEM one. Hoping it doesn't affect the sound too much, and I'm hoping it doesn't sound awful because I'm expecting it to not sound exactly how it did, but hopefully be quieter because there was an exhaust leak. Just want to fix that mainly. So I'm finished now. I'm going to go ahead and get a cold start because I haven't started the car in like a day or two. Everything's done. I don't even think I could show you guys because it's so dark down there. But if you guys are ever doing this yourself, back here, my camera's about to die, back here on the actual muffler part, it slides into these rubber portions. If you're doing this, you guys know what I'm talking about. Spray something in there. I even sprayed liquid wrench in there, and it worked. It lubed it, and it made me so where I could push through on it, and it worked a lot better than I thought it would, and it actually just made it a whole lot easier than I thought. Because I spent way too long trying to figure it out before, and then I did that, and it just went right in. It's actually kind of insane how quiet this is. That's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out real quick so I don't fill the garage. Dang, that must have been a huge exhaust leak I had because this thing is so incredibly quiet now. If this belt wasn't squeaking over here, then it'd be even more quiet. But wow, I'm surprised how quiet this is. That's crazy. I'm gonna go driving around the block real quick so I can actually hear inside how quiet it is. But that concludes this video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.